Oh, that
I
makes sense.
know, I know.
Oh, we live. Oh, look, I'm so rusty. I don't even know what to do. I'm like, where did I
It's
share it to?
like, hey, 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 this is the late night happy
Happy
hour with
hour.
Carrie Irene and Dr. Sue. So, Carrie Irene, what's coming up for you, girl?
This
And
life.
I don't know about that. That is not looking good right there.
Hey, you know what? It's feeling good though. I need some light. I feel like I don't know what I'm feeling
It,
like I am. If you saw my lamp, it all makes sense. You
it's a
look,
little
you
dark.
you go first. You go first. One
What's
thing,
coming up for me?
actually, and I don't want to mislead y'all because there ain't nothing bad going on with me. I was
Uh
just
huh.
laughing this because I've been all over the place tonight because I kind of forgot, but I didn't. But I remembered in time, so I'm still
We're
doing
here,
all of
y'all.
that,
We're here.
and we
I
here.
I was thinking about what are we going to talk about? Because that's always the question. What's coming up? And we're just been spontaneous and transparent and authentic. Um, so it occurred to me just based on what I'm doing in my life. First of all, we are what 2.5 weeks into January 2026, and a lot
Yeah,
of folks made
it's the
quote unquote
16.
resolutions and or we set intentions. And so I'm just curious as to, well, where are you at with that? If you set an intention, are you adhering to it? And then I kind of thought, okay, so if you set an intention to make some kind of modification, let's just talk about what that means, because it's like, for me, I was thinking in terms of the different stages. So there is a stage where you talk about making changes, but you remain static. You're not moving. You're not going backward, but you're not going forward either. And then there's that space where you kind of do a retrenchment. You're going backward. You're picking up some of the old habits that you had, or picking up some of the people that are dead weight that you said you were going to leave behind and you left behind. But when the phone rang, you picked it up and you were right back where you started from. And then there is, with regard to the forward movement, there is the what I consider the distinction between reinvention and refinement. Reinvention means I'm throwing all this stuff out. I'm just gonna create a whole new me. I don't like nothing about where I am, or who I am, or what I'm doing, and I just want to start all over. And when you're in that space, it's like there is a lot of resistance there, because while you might want to make those changes, the people around you have an investment in keeping you the same. And so you may try to make that change or those changes, and people will say, well, what's wrong with you? Right? They get attitude because your changing impacts them, and they either have to change with you or leave you, or you leave them. And then there is like the refinement. It's like, I like where I am. I like the path that I'm on. Yeah, I got some tweaks that I need to make here or there, but pretty much I'm confident that I'm going in the right direction. I like what I see in me. I like the energy field that I'm in. I like the people's energy who are in my field. And yeah, I'm kind of cool. I'm really happy. I just want to become better, or to do more of what I'm doing to get me to the space or the place that I want to get to. So that's a lot. That's kind of a big mouthful, but those are what I was thinking about. When you look at it on a continuum, you're either going backward, you're remaining the same in the same place, you are trashing everything and starting totally over as a form of reinventing self. And I've done that a lot of times. Or you are refining. You've gone through the reinvention and now you like where you are and you are refining that. So, Carrie Irene, where are you, girl?
I
That's a
am.
deep question, isn't it? That's pretty deep.
But that is, I guarantee anyone who is listening or will go back and listen, or will go back and listen, I am sure everyone is in that spot where it's like the way that it came to me the other day, because I was talking. It's like it's different, but it's the same thing. I was talking about how, what's up, Kim? That's Silk in the building. I work with her. I was talking about being in the integration phase. It's like it came to me on a rainy day just because I was thinking about it being wet outside, but I was ready for the rain, But as I'm driving, I'm noticing just what rain does. It makes things gushy, it makes things ooey, it makes things whatever. But we are, what is it, 72% of this very liquid, So it's just like how unfamiliar we are with how many forms that commonality takes. And what we typically think about it is just the ooey, what. There's a song and it says, "We love the rain when it washes our cars, but we hate it when it gets in our shoes." And that same thing that nourishes. We know this rain. This is they say it's saying I need to get more into the ground before it's too hard. I've got to get more in there because spring is coming and spring is depending on me, and I'm getting this rain. Y'all getting this rain because this is what it takes. This is just part of it. Instead we and granted, me too, but every once in a while, we gotta just, when it rains, just go outside and just get it on you. And that's what you're saying, like when the phrase, I don't even want to say it, but I'm gonna say it because I know it'll connect with a lot of people who's like, what the fuck she talking about? When push comes to shove. That's the way a lot of people put it. And that's probably the best way I could say it, that it makes sense to everybody, no matter where you at. It doesn't matter. When push comes to shove, am I going to go back to my old habits and cuss the motherfucker out? Or am I going to stand in my new power knowing that I don't have to save them from their fit? Like, I need to be okay with them not being okay with me being okay. Think about what that sounds like. Because you're okay, and usually the only thing that brings you out of okay is because you're trying to explain to someone, number one, no, really, I'm fine. And number two, you can be fine too. Right here. Nothing has to change. And you can still be fine. Because it's all in the choosing. It really is all in the choosing. Your time, your energy, your thoughts, your company, your fulfillment, and all these things. But you're constantly choosing. Or are you going to, brings me back to the integration part. It's time we've studied enough. We've been in the cave. We have done the meditation. And don't stop doing them. That's not what I'm saying. But it's time to put this into practice. Now it's time to take the meditation with you during the day. The floor, you don't need it no more. It's time to get up. It's time to take that meditation with you today. So that in the day, you don't have to come back and like, oh, I gotta. You're not a Tesla, You're not a Tesla. Yes, you have your times where you recharge, but this needs to be a constant filtering of energy throughout your days. And sometimes it looks like, you know what? That actually don't bother me as much as I thought it did. If I just pay attention to something else. Anything. It doesn't matter what it is. Anything that brings you joy. Anything that brings you happiness. Anything that brings you peace. That's why a lot of people get in such good shape when they're single. It's because they need something to take their attention. And typically that type of thing, because you get it out and you literally are working way more energy than you're thinking, but all so much movement and the twisting, especially the twisting, getting that energy flowing or whatever. And then you find yourself crying. You don't even know why. It's because it's working. The movement is working. And you're integrating. But that's an easy way to integrate because you can physically see the things that happen and whatever. But a lot of times, those things that we really, really need, like that meditation, it's hard for us to take that with us in day-to-day life. Like the journaling. We sit down and we put everything in there. We get it. Sometimes it's hard to take that with us. You got to pick it up. You can't bring it home and dump it every day. It's time to pick it up. It's time to take those words with you. It's time to stand on the stage and speak them. Let people record you. That's what time it is. And I'm not even saying on the stage. I don't care if it's at work. I don't care if it's at the dinner table when your kids, shut up. Tell them to shut up. Shut up. You know what I mean? Say what you need to say. Be who you need to be. Do what you need to do. It's integration phase. We've learned the task. We have the certificates. We've fought the fault and walked the walk. It's time to put what you know into practice. And that is really what is going to decide what you do next is, am I going to use it or do I need to prove to myself in some other different way that I'm ready? And we get stuck in it. Where you at, Dr. Sue?
I totally agree with you. And what my thought is, just thinking about where I am right now in my life, um, without going deep, I'll just say I have struggled with what I believe is God's assignment on my life and what my mind tells me I should be doing. So there's that tension between what is in my heart and what my mind says is going to make me money. And so it's like I take 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. Today I choose that. Tomorrow I choose something else. And so where I am, as we talk about refinement, for me, a part of refinement means pick a space and a direction and give your all to that. Put the blinders on as it pertains to other people, as it pertains to what other people may say, what they may think, how they may be, because that's not your stuff. If, as I do, if you believe that you're being called divinely for a certain type of work or to do a certain thing, then step into that path and go with it. You don't know where it's going, but that's what, when we start talking about faith, that's what faith is all about. Trusting that you will be provided for, trusting that everything is coming into fruition exactly as it is supposed to be, trusting and even on in a more intellectual way of thinking about the fact that we think that we have control over things, but the reality is that that is merely an illusion. It is a delusional illusion because we think that we sit down tonight and say, tomorrow I'm going to do this, this, and this, as if we know that tomorrow is going to come. The reality is, number one, there's no such thing as tomorrow. And number two, another day rolls around and we don't know what it's going to bring. So if you have a dream, if you have a calling, if you have whatever, an assignment, if you're looking for one, the time for that is now. And so for me, I have struggled. I have straddled lines between what I do in the secular world and what I know and am called to do in the spiritual world. And so the refinement is, okay, God, I select you. I'm going to go down this path. And it's different. I don't know what it's going to bring, but that's my 2026 plus moving forward.
It's different.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, but it
And I don't
feels
want
good,
anybody to
don't
think
it?
that it's easy. I mean, it is I have been in this space. I hear wishy-washiness. I have been in the space of wishy-washiness for the last 10 plus years. And it's a tiring space to be in. It's a very tiring space to be in. And it's not that, well, before I say that, let me say this. Sometimes I think it is more difficult to be in this world when you have a lot of gifts and a lot of talents. It's more difficult to navigate this world when you have that than when you don't. When you don't have, when you think that you don't have a lot of gifts and a lot of talents, you have a very clear path that you can take. When you think that you've got, and you know that you've got not a lot of gifts and a lot of talents, then that opens up a whole wide playing field, which today is like, oh, I'm good at that. Oh yeah, I can do that. Oh yeah, I've done that, which is really kind of schizophrenic. The energy is a schizophrenic kind of energy because you're all over the board. And I have watched myself as I have not been all over the board, but I've been very wishy-washy. And so my intention is pick a lane, stay in that lane.
Raise your hand in the comments if you've been wishy-washy on something. Everybody know good well they can find something. That's just what you. I mean, you ain't gotta tell your business, but here on the Late Night Happy Hour, where what comes up
comes out.
We tell, well, Dr. Sue tell all her business and mine. Okay, so y'all should tell y'all business too. Okay, it's only fair. It's right. It's only fair. What y'all been wishy-washy about? I want to know what y'all been wishy. I'm thinking because this is the thing. Before you choose what you've been wishy-washy about, it is 8:35. We're gonna shift it by 9 o'clock. How about that?
Yeah.
That sound good, Dr. Sue? That sounds that good, Sue?
Yeah.
All right,
absolutely.
So Kim, we got Kim out there, we got Michelle out there, and I done sent this out to, I know everybody I ain't think of. Well, that they can watch it anyway. So yeah, y'all put in the comments what y'all wish you watch about. We're gonna shift it, and if you don't put it, get it in your head. Get it in your head. If you're on the replay. I feel like one of them people. I feel like one of them people. I'm like going through the checklist. If you on the replay, I mean this. I want you to do it too in real time, right now, while you listen to it. I want you to put what am I wishy-washy about? And I'm not just, there's some things I'm wishy-washy about. This ain't a big deal, but I want to choose something tonight on here so that I too can go through it with you the way you're gonna go through your thing with you. And we're gonna use different energetic, principles or whatever to do this so you can just apply it to yours, right? Just apply what we're about to do to yours. So what's yours gonna be? I wanna get something that I can see change tonight, honey. Let me see.
Well, I think that I haven't been on social media in a while, but I made some posts today. I made posts on LinkedIn, Instagram, and Facebook. And if you look at those posts, you'll begin to get a sense of the direction that I am going in.
Okay.
I have, you know what my credentials are. There's no need to go back over those.
Well, some people might. Kim don't know you.
Oh.
Kim might never met you. Tell Kim your credentials and then we'll move on.
Okay, so I've spent more than 40 years in criminal justice in some kind of professional capacity. I'm an attorney. I'm an ordained metaphysical minister. I have many certifications in alternative health, Reiki, pranic, Akashic records. I am metaphysically trained. I've got 5 higher level academic degrees as well as being an attorney. I don't know if I said that. So that is that path of academia. I'm an emeritus associate professor with 15 years in academia, another 10 years in the practice of law. That is the path that I've gone down because that path was easy for me. Not that it was easy, but it's intellectual. It's all in my head. And at a very early age, I told myself, if I can read it, I can do it. And so
Yeah.
the law is something that is very, it requires mind power. Academia requires mind power. Now, at the same time, the God, and I believe in God, I was raised in a Baptist church. The God of my being has been calling me to do some spiritual work. And my response has been, well, not now, Lord. Just let me wait. Let me do this one
Not
more thing.
not now, Lord. Lord, can you call?
Not,
Let me
not
say,
now.
let me call you back. let me call you. Let me call you
Not,
back, Lord.
yeah. Like, can I take a rain check on this? I'm not saying I'm not going to do it. I hear you calling me. I'm not saying I'm not going to do
Lord,
it. But can I just
later.
have, just, just give me another year to finish this degree? Give me another couple of years to do this. And so that has been my history until within the last year, especially I've heard no more, not now, now. And so
No more, not now.
I, I have been
Oh,
torn. I'll
put
take
that
two
in
steps
the
forward
banner.
on the spiritual path, and then I shift back into, well, I do leadership, executive training, I do leadership development because I can do those things. I've done that. That's an easier path for me to wrap my head around. Now you're wanting me to step into a realm that makes me feel uncomfortable. It's not that I don't have the knowledge, it's just that that has never been my public facing face, right? Persona. And so now you want, it's like exposing my inner self to the whole world and pushing up against psychological limits that, oh my goodness, what am I doing? Imposter syndrome all over again because this is taking me down a path that I haven't been. But you know what God showed me?
Mm-mm.
What one of the things that I'm going to be doing later on this year, I have been doing that for the past 2 years. I just didn't call it that. I didn't have a name for it. I just been doing it. So when
No.
I was called to do it now, it's like I don't know how to do that, and God just showed me, oh yeah, you've been doing it the whole time. So it's an interesting space to be in. For me, it is a space of refinement because again, as I move forward in what is the last part of my life, I'm tired of I've I've done it the way the world said do it. And now I want to try something different. And is it scary? Yeah. But I'm committed to moving.
I didn't mind
So we'll see what that looks like.
way.
We'll see what that looks like.
You know
So what's
what? You look good on you.
I look good on me?
Yes, man. Listen, when I tell you, you look like a new penny tonight. Okay, that bronze, like somebody dipped you in bronze and threw you in front of this camera, honey. Yes, ma'am. You doing it tonight? You doing
Well,
it
thank you,
tonight?
thank you. I feel pretty
Welcome. You
good.
are welcome.
Got
Yes.
no complaints.
Listen. Oh,
You know,
by the
there's a
way,
peace of
Kim.
mind. There's a peace that comes with making a decision and moving forward with it. The lack of peace exists when you are in what I call in the liminal space, that space between you're in between and you're dealing with all of the doubt, the fear, the frustration, the not knowingness. But as soon as you step out of that, which again, it is a decision to move in a certain way. As
Yeah.
soon as you make that decision to move in a certain way, then much of the stress, even if you don't know where you're going, much of the stress that you have been laboring under is automatically gone because
Yeah.
it's what's going on in your head that's causing you to be stressed. And once you say, oh, well, I don't know what's happening with A, but I don't know what's happening with B, but I'm just going to pick C and keep it moving. That
Keep it
eliminates
moving.
of stress right there.
Yeah. Yeah, it really does. Keep it moving. I love it. I love it. I love all of it. I do. I really do. Cause you do. You just have to choose, and in that choosing, know that it's not from a screenshot of your life that you've decided to base what the next thing is supposed to look like.
Right.
allow yourself to become. I mean, because imposter syndrome is just you saying, I took a screenshot of what life was supposed to look like, and now it's stuck in time, and I'm supposed to keep life steady enough to look like this forever. No, I gotta become things. I gotta do things. I gotta merge into things. I gotta experience some things. I gotta grow some things. I gotta let go of some things. And just as that whatever comes up, hey, whatever comes out, and just deal with that. You ain't gotta go so far, and you ain't gotta pull nothing back from the past. God, leave it alone. Be right here. If it's here, yeah, look at it. Oh, bam, that was that. Boom, move on. Not now I gotta, chat GPT while I'm having this dream, because I need to know and bring up some shit that I don't know and that is coming out in the form of the path of least resistance. But I'm gonna make it harder, because I want to know every fact around it before I let it go. Even though it came up by itself and was ready to come out, I gotta check 15 things off the list before I let it go. Why we do that?
Well, I think we do it because we are programmed, whether it is explicit or implicit, we are programmed to expect perfection. We
Yeah.
have been told not to fail. I personally think that, and this is a position or a view that I grew into. There's no such thing as failure, because everything is an opportunity to learn. You learn what doesn't work, then you try something else, and you learn what does. And it is just, when we think about the fear of doing something new, of course you're going to have some fear because you've never done it before.
You never even
But
done it.
yeah, when you think back over your life, everything that you've done, if you've never done it before, then yeah, there's a little trepidation. The thing is, do not let it paralyze you. Don't let it paralyze you. Say, oh yeah, I'm probably gonna mess up this first time because I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna mess up.
Like
Because
you said, let's see.
everybody messes up, and I don't want to bring politics in, and I ain't even talking about this person who is in office right now, but I'm just gonna say, in general,
There's somebody
presidents
in
have,
office right now? No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, well, in general, presidents have never held the office of president. There's nothing, as we see, nothing that prepares you to hold that office effectively. And yet, when you are elected to that office, you're expected to come in and to make all these changes. What's happening now speaks for itself. So I'm going to get off that. But I'm just
Oh, I
saying,
sure ain't got nothing to add, because I don't know.
I'm just saying, as an example, anytime you move, anytime you are contemplating doing something new, it is absolutely human to have some trepidation about it. So when we can accept that, then it really becomes like a stepping stone to the next level. Oh yeah, I I don't know what's happening here, so I know I may have a little bit of fear about it, but I've done, when a way to think of it, 9 times out of 10, we're never going to do something that we have totally not done before. It is a matter of how you think about it, right? So I may not have ever been let's say a board of directors of some kind, but I have held other positions that required me to manage time, manage people, have administrative skills, have excellent communication skills. So you're always building on what you have, which is how you get to a space of refinement. You don't have to retrench and go back. It is how do you conceptualize where you are in your mind? That is so important, because if we think we're going to fail, we are absolutely going to fail. We absolutely. That is the energy that we're putting out. And on a metaphysical / universal level, what you put out will certainly come back to you. And so if you're putting out an energy of, I'm a failure, hey, the universe is going to help make that happen for you. And so if you put out, I'm a success, it may not look like you want it to look, but you're going to be closer to getting what you want than you would be if you think of yourself as a failure.
Yeah, and to clear something up, because I could hear it, I heard it echo through the ethers. Yes, both is true. There is no such thing as failure. And yes, if what you only see is failure is what you get, because that means you won what you thought.
Yeah.
Let that
I
sink in. You win what you think.
Absolutely. And what I like to think of it anymore, the programming as children, often we are programmed to not fail. Don't you fail at this? Don't you fail? Oh, you didn't get an A? Why you didn't get an A? That in itself is a
Mm-hmm.
message of saying you failed if you didn't get an A, right? And things
Mm-hmm.
like that. But what I think is perhaps a better way to motivate your children, to motivate yourself, is to look at everything as a learning opportunity. This is a learning opportunity. And so the opportunity presented itself. These are the things that happened objectively. This is what I learned. This pinpoints an area that I need more growth and development in. And so I know the next time I attempt to do that, I need to focus my attention on this, because I've mastered that area, but I still have this area to master. And understand that as long as you live, if you have the right mindset, you are going to constantly be trying to improve on what you're doing. So the learning never ends. Never ends.
Why should it? I
It
mean,
should
why
not.
should it? Yeah,
It
because
should
it,
not.
and even like when you were saying, this is coming, and I don't know, and I don't know because I've never been there. So why should I? Anytime I feel like that would be what I would say to myself anyway. Like, I don't know what's coming, but why should I? I mean, why would, unless I get a premonition, which I get those too. We all get them. Everybody has. It's your intuition. It's your third eye. It's all the things. But why
I
should
think,
you? You know what I mean? Like, typically, why should you? Like, on a regular basis, it's new. And again, right back to that failure, no failure, or however whatever came up for you, because I'm sure many people probably have thought it some other way. But the bottom line is, when you think of failure and you get it, that alone is a win, because you did get what you think. You did get the things that you
yeah.
thought. And then, so when you're thinking about back to the imposter syndrome that people feel as their imposter syndrome, again, I want to bring back what I said earlier. Imposter syndrome is never anything other than you saying there's a picture in your head of what this is supposed to look like, and you ain't never been here before, and you're judging it against something that you screenshotted in your mind about what this was supposed to look like. That's the only thing imposter syndrome is. No, this is this. Forget that. Forget that. This is what this looks like. This is exactly perfect. It's showing you exactly what you need to be looking at. You need to see exactly this. You need to be exactly here. And everything is perfectly aligned depending on what we all have collectively, mainly you, have put into it.
Yeah.
If you want that to change, don't worry about what anyone else is putting into it. The only thing you need to focus into is, what am I putting into it? That is going to look like what a lot of people like to call selfishness. It's going to look like isolation or alienation, or it's gonna look like menopause. Hey, it's gonna look like perimenopause. Okay, it's gonna look a whole lot of ways. It's gonna look like a breakup. It's gonna look like a change of jobs. It's gonna look like a thing. But because you have decided to be like, what do I want to do?
Yeah.
Where do I want to go? Where do I want to sit? When do I want to go to church? Do I want to go to church? That was a big one for me.
Yeah.
Whew, when I tell you, that was a big one for me, to decide I don't want to go to church, and to go live with my mom for a month and explain to her before I went, I'm not going to church. That was hard. She was the pastor of the church. It's hard. I know it's hard, but we have got to start making decisions for ourselves
Yeah.
once and forever. We got to. Because that's what's going to start showing you what magic looks like. It can be every day. What are you putting in? What's in your brew pot? Look in there and you can tell your future. That's what real scrying is. Look and see what you got in there and stir it up, and what comes out. That's what you put in there.
Yeah.
If you don't like what you're seeing, you need to change the recipe.
Yeah.
It's what you put
I,
in there. Because if it's someone else's opinion you're throwing in there, you're mixing it with all your stuff, and you wonder why it ain't coming out right. It's because you're mixing it with, because such and such was gonna get mad, or because such and such was crying, or because such and such ain't got a car. It's a problem. I've been the person without a car. Someone that come get me, I would never blame them. I'm the one without a car. So if such and such, so I'm giving you permission. If such and such ain't got a car, you do not have to go pick them up. They need to help them get a car. Figure that, yeah. Some strategy, but I can't give you a ride, okay?
yeah. Yeah.
You have to start making decisions that's best for you. It doesn't matter if people are wiggling and crying and screaming and reaching and grabbing and wanting and needing. What do you need? Do you need to go to bed? Go to bed. If you need to get up at 4 but it don't work with everybody else's schedule, tell them they're gonna have to adjust. They're just gonna have to. And guess what? If they need you, they will. Or they will figure out how to do it on their own. It's really that simple. It doesn't matter. You fill in the blanks. Listen, I done it, and I tell you, it feels damn good. That saying
As
really is true. Those who matter don't mind, and those who mind don't matter. It's just you gotta let that go.
as you were
Exactly.
talking,
Strategy. No. Go ahead. What'd you say, Sue? I'm gonna mute myself because I just be commentating.
as you were talking, I was thinking a couple things. One is that what we call imposter syndrome really is us looking at ourselves through the lenses of someone else. We're comparing ourselves to other people, and or other people, whether it's parents, different institutions in society have told us what we should be look like, what we should look like, how we should act, how we should be. And we are using that as the mirror, or as the measuring stick for where we are. And here's the thing: you're never going to measure up to somebody else's standards, ever, ever, ever. And if you think you do, guess what? When you get there, they will have moved the measuring stick. They will have moved it to somewhere else. So since it is always a moving target, why invest your energy trying to make yourself meet their expectations? As adults, like when you're a child, you really don't have much choice because you don't know any better. But as an adult, you're responsible and accountable for yourself. And just know that when we are experiencing fear of forward movement, it really just indicates that we're pushing up against the edge of our growth. We have to push through that in order to continue to evolve and to grow into being the person that we choose to be. It is easier, more stressful, but it's easier to make yourself small and fit into the box or the bottle that somebody else has prepared. It is much more difficult to shirk off the cloak of their stuff and find your own cloak and move like a superhuman or a superwoman, Superman, and in essence to do your own thing. That is, and that really is, that is the test of life. Are you going to really just kind of lean into you? Let 2026 be the year of your soul rising. And in order to do that, you're going to have to leave some people, places, and things behind and be okay with that. And if they're not okay with it, understand that's not your stuff. It is not your problem that they're not okay with the fact that you are trying to refine yourself. That's their problem. It becomes your problem when you change your mind and you try to be who they say be. You're never going to be happy. You're never going to achieve what you want to achieve. It's just never going to work. You're going to always feel like something is missing, something is heavy, something is not right. It's not right. I promised God I was going to stop cursing, so I ain't going to curse, but y'all can use whatever language you want to use and let that stuff go. Just let it go. Because you want happiness, you want fulfillment. It is all
Yes.
about being full of self. And I'm not saying that you don't care about other people, but you don't care about other people more than you care about yourself. In order to really love someone else, you got to love you. Otherwise, you're full of stuff and you're just giving back to them and giving to the world what somebody else gave to you. What they gave to you, it didn't make you happy. Why are you going to give it to somebody else? Just think about it. I'm all about me. It took me a lifetime to get to this point of being all about me. But because I'm all about me, I can give you something now that is truly valuable.
We.
And that's really what we want to do, I think. That's what it's all about.
You want to give 100. Like that, you know that old church song, 99 and a half won't do. You gotta give 100. That is so very true, but it's true about you. It's true about me. If I am giving you Sue, and y'all know I love me some Sue. If I even give Sue 1%, there's no way I can ever give anyone 100%.
Right,
Ever.
right.
Ever. Now think of all the other people in your life that you may be giving more, even 0.5% to, but you start adding that shit up. There's no, if you're giving that to anyone, you add that up, then nothing that you ever can do can be above the percent that's left. Ever. You got to give yourself 100% so that everything you do gets that. Because you're choosing to do that. You got, oof. Yeah. And I know there's people who want more of me. But the only way that they can even dream to get more of me is to require none of me.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to do. It's
Now,
hard to do.
Carrie Irene, you got to explain that because that's deep for some people. You can't just put that out there and let it lay.
You know, I wrote something about that. I feel like that. Do you remember that skit? And as someone who was sheltered from TV when I was younger, I didn't watch this show, but I'm pretty sure it was in living color. And this guy always said, wrote a song about it, like to hear it. Here you go. Hey. That's how I feel. I'm like, I wrote something about that. And I really did. I wrote this prose, poetry, whatever you want to call it, and I said, I want to be held so loose, like energetically held, that the power in the connection is that I always choose to stay. And
Mm-hmm.
no one's asking me to. No one needs me to. No one, it just is. It just happens to be that way. And it's hard to do because anytime anyone, feels like, and this is work. Have you ever been a boss at a job and you had an employee and you and your gut, they getting ready to leave. You know what I mean? They doing the things until they come in, they never late and they late all of a sudden. Oh yeah, they about,
Oh,
they
yeah,
about.
it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I'm
That's
gone. My body is still here, but my mind
Yeah,
is already
it's
gone.
everywhere. It's everywhere. So energetically, we just gotta notice these things. Like I can go on and on and on, but you want people to stay though, because if I feel like, for instance, I've had employees that I knew didn't want to stay because they had other dreams, which really led me into coaching or thinking about what it made when it clicked to me what coaching was. I noticed I was constantly having my employees leave, but it was always for a better position, or they were chasing a dream, or they were you know realizing that they it was just time for them to go, and like I'm always cheering for them to leave, because if it's up, I'm for it. I'm for it because that is the way it's supposed to work. You're supposed to amplify people, and if that require a separation, That is beautiful because you will never forget that connection. They will never
Yeah.
forget you, and you will never lose contact with something that's so positive. So there's always a part of you that's rising,
Yeah.
no matter where they go.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
agree.
that's what you put in,
Yeah.
and you'll always get what you put in,
Yeah.
and you don't have to hold it. There's some that'll be in between. There's some that'll stay. There's some that's got like longevity. And there's some that come around just in time. But everything, let it dance. Let life dance with you. What are we holding on to? We need to dance. We need to dance. We need to let our energy be free and let it guide us and pull us and tease us all the time and not have to describe what that is. We don't have to say those things. You know, the things that we say when we're feeling some kind of way about what somebody doing. Why would you articulate something that you're not feeling so good about? Why not say, how can I dance with this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let it miss you, girl.
Girl, you going deep. You going over some people's head. Understand? We're
Because
not accustomed.
if you are 100% and everything that you did was only for you, it doesn't matter what anyone can say because you know you didn't do anything to them. So how
Yeah.
can it be wrong for them when they were never in the equation? So now you can look at them in a place of love and say, I mean, take as long as you need to take.
Yeah. I was looking today. I was on this webinar, and one of the persons on there is a Christian comedian. I can't remember his name, something Junior. Um, but he was talking about the fact that he and his wife are also marriage coaches. And he said that oftentimes marriage counseling or coaching, they'll tell you to compromise. He said, but compromise is never going to resolve the problem of conflict, because compromise really means that each up something and nobody's getting what they want and nobody wins. And so there's always that residual resentment there. Um,
Mm.
and then he talked about a way that they deal with what they try to teach the people that they coach is that the problem is not horizontal, meaning person to person. The problem is vertical, meaning within you. And so often
Yes.
the person that you are pointing out as a problem, because you say that person is pushing your buttons, the the fact that they are pushing your buttons really isn't the question whether they're pushing your buttons. The question is, why do you have that button, and where did that button come from in the first place? And oftentimes it goes back to something in earlier childhood, or an earlier experience that you've had that has caused you to have some issue that you are now projecting outward to that other person. And so as we talk about the people in our lives that maybe they're flowing with us, maybe they're not, but if we want them, whether they are or not really isn't so important. The question is, how are you flowing?
That's it. That's the
What
one. Right.
how are you flowing, and are you in alignment with the divine, however you view that? Are you in alignment, and how are you flowing? Because if you're looking externally at the other person and as the problem or the catalyst, then the other person is never going to be a remedy, or never going to provide a resolution, because they can't resolve what's in you.
No. No.
That's
Mm-mm.
that's the vertical
Mm-mm.
part. That's what you got to go deep within yourself. And so again, as we are moving into 2026, I'm just encouraging people, look at yourself, look within yourself, be accountable to you. Don't think of Dr. Sue, don't think of Carrie Irene. Find
Don't think of.
Yeah, just sit with yourself and be honest. It's hard. One of the hardest things to do is to be transparent with self. One of the
Yeah.
hardest things to do is to be authentic with yourself. So sit with yourself and just do an assessment. I mean, we're early in the year. We are early in the year and still early that you can make and you can do this at any time, really. There's never too late, but set an intention about who you want to be, how you want to be, where you want to be, and then follow it up with
Yes.
some steps.
Yes.
And honestly,
Yes.
it's like coming into this year, I had in last year, December, I had conversations with a couple of people, and one of my questions was, um, "How do you see me in your life in 2026? And how do you see me in your life in 2026?"
The big one. That's a
Now,
big. I thought about
I
that after you said that.
I had looked at these people, and I had decided the way you showed up in 2025, that is not acceptable to me. And because it's not acceptable to me, I'm at a crossroads of deciding, am I going to allow you to go into 2026 with me? I'm not saying you can't go into 2026. Are you going to go in my circle? And so because of some of the answers, it's like, no, it is time for us to separate. And we had that conversation. It's time for us to go our separate ways because I'm not supporting you, you're not supporting me. Anytime we are in contact, it's a drain on both of us. So why would we want to do that? And it's not just with people, but when you look at here's something that's real basic. Walk through your house from the front door to the back. Walk in every room and ask yourself, is this supportive of me energetically? Because there are things in your house that drain you
better say
energetically.
that.
Everything has energy. If you were in relationship with someone and that relationship ended badly and that person gave you something, we're talking about friendship, any relationship. If they gave you something, that person's energy is embedded in that thing. And every time you look at that thing, you feel the energy because you remember the person and it takes you back to where you were. If that is happening, then you need to assess, do I still need this? Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, I was in love when he gave it to me, when she gave it to me. But the reality is, if every time you look at it, it's bringing back painful memories, it is not supportive of you. Get rid of it.
Get it out of here.
People, places, and things. And when you do that, you will just be so amazed. Your house will feel lighter. You'll feel lighter. If somebody gave you something, check this out. If somebody bought a present for you, a ring, a coat, or whatever, every time you put it on, you are remembering that person. You are remembering the heartache, the heartbreak. Why are you going to wear that around? Ooh, let it go.
She said, "Ooh."
And
That's
these
so
are
funny.
these are things that we don't think about. We don't think about, but they are weighing us down. And so when I think about energy cleansing, it's not just your auras that need to be cleaned. It's your whole house.
Clean your damn house.
Hey, clean your house. And it may be that you have some things that you can't get rid of right now, but make a commitment to yourself that as soon as you can, you're going to. As soon as I can get another car that this person bought me, I'm out. Because every time you get in the car, you remember that the person bought it for you, and then you remember all of the angst and the heartache and the heartbreak that goes with the loss of that relationship. Why would you want to do that?
You want to do that?
Simple
Why you want
things
to
that,
do that, love, huh?
yeah, it's simple things that we don't think about. But as we move into this is a year of grace. But grace begins with you allowing yourself to have grace. Grace begins with you making a decision to walk out of certain decisions that you've made in the past.
Walk out of that shit. Don't matter no more.
Yeah, why carry the heaviness of the past with you? You're never going to move into a happy and joyous present, our future, if you're still carrying the weight of the past. And you say, Dr. Sue, you make it sound so easy. No, heck no. It is not easy.
Hell no. I'm the interpreter. I'm the cussing interpreter for Uncle Michelle. Hell, she said she meant hell no.
It is not easy. I don't even think that I'm saying it's easy, but it's doable. And this is where the discipline comes in. And in addition to the discipline, this is where the self-love comes in. Do you love yourself enough to leave that behind you? Do you love yourself enough to acknowledge that this person may have felt good to me, but he or she is not good for me? This space may have been right at one time, but it is no longer divinely supportive of me. Even when it comes to family members, you got to make your peace with who they be. You can't change them. That's who they are. If you're trying to change them, I can guarantee you're going to be unhappy.
And exhausted.
They're not exactly. They're not going to change. The only person you can change is you. And so when you say to yourself, I accept that that's who he is. I accept that that's who she is. I accept that that's where they are. And I leave them there. It don't mean I don't love them. I just love them from the place of understanding that that's who they are. And I'm okay with that. Hard lesson for me to learn, because I wanted my family to be closer for us to be closer than we are, but we're not. I know that I can call on certain people in my family at the drop of a hat if I can catch up with them, and, and that they will support me with what I need. Problem is catching up with them. Problem is I can't force myself into their life, just as they cannot force themselves into mine. So I accept that, yeah, we love each other. We just ain't close. Stop trying to make it be something that it's not. Be okay with what it is. But leave behind
what it is.
Leave behind who and what doesn't support you. And you will find that you'll have so much more joy. You can dance with life, as Carrie is saying, when you take off that heavy coat.
Take your time, what's the rush? And for Uncle Michelle, hell, motherfucking no.
I love y'all.
Perfect.
Listen,
perfect.
I'm trying to clean up, but I love y'all the way you are, okay? So don't ever change. Just be you.
You think Carrie got the ballerina? That's right. Look, I've been working on it. I've been working on my moves. Oh,
gotta have the move.
Woo! Well, I feel complete. Oh, look what I drew.
See it?
Tell
me what it is. They got this little screen. Look.
That's that's the eye. That's the nose. That's the mustache and the teeth and the chin.
Now I see.
And that's his hair. You see his little hairline. Look at his little hairline right there.
Yeah.
And he got a little beard.
I see, girl.
You like it, Uncle Michelle. Thank you, Uncle Michelle. You want me to send it to you so you can put it on your fridge? Will you put it on your fridge? No, I ain't gonna send it because I know you minimalistic, and I know how it is. You're like, don't send no shit over here. I love you, but don't you send no shit over here, CarrieIrene. Oh shoot. Oh, that is so funny. This has been
It's been so good to be on tonight. I have missed you.
I know.
I'm so glad I don't have to send listen. I am so glad I don't have to send my divorce attorney after you.
Dr. Sue, I ought to read that text message out loud. You know what? I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read this. I want to see y'all show y'all how Dr. Sue talked to me. Where is it? Let me find it. I sent that YouTube link to 50 million people.
I brought all my legal skills to bear.
Dr. Sue said, It's so long. When I got the message and I just looked at it, I was like, oh goodness, I saw dates and times. I'm like, oh God, and I missed something. Like, well, what happened? What did I do? So this is what it says, y'all. So, and first, that's how it starts. No, first it starts with the emoji like this. That's how it starts. It starts like this. Okay, now, so with three O's, so I haven't connected with you in a week. I have contacted my lawyers. We are considering filing a petition with the court for alienation of affection. You have 48 hours to rectify this situation. If I do not hear from you by 9:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday, January 9th, 2026, I will instruct my attorneys to proceed with the legal action herein specified. Respectfully, your friend Susu Hart. P.S. We're not done. We're not done. P.S. You still have time to turn this around. Just saying.
I just
Look,
thought I'd let you
look,
know.
just saying. Just saying. Oh, and this face and another heart. Don't make no sense to be treated like that. It don't make no sense. But we made up. We made up.
We did.
She called off the dogs, y'all. She called off the dogs. We's back together. Oh God, that is so funny. All right, well shoot, it's been an hour and 2 minutes. Is that? We're gonna get on off
It's
here.
been good.
It's been
It's
good.
been
It's
so much
always
fun.
good. This is super good. Yeah, this is super good. I could tell I talked a lot. I had a dentist appointment Monday. Had a tooth pulled. I think this is the most that I've talked, so I can like feel it. You know what I mean? I guess because the vibration of it all. Yeah, it feels tired. Anyway, we're gonna get on off of here. We love y'all so much. Join us again the next time we're here. When we're here, I'm not sending out these individual invitations next week. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. So be ready. I don't know when we're going live again. Sometimes the late night happy hour will be on Friday, sometimes Sunday, sometimes it don't matter. Go to the channel, the chatter, and subscribe. I don't go live unless we're doing this. So get the notifications so I don't have to send 15 individual links to y'all because I love you so much. Please hit subscribe and share the
Love
channel.
you,
I
love
think
you.
we do cool stuff over here, right? Share the
Oh
channel
yeah.
with people. If you think that, they want to come by, Dr. Sue also has a LinkedIn account. Do you still give out your Instagram or are you more linked
I
on the
do, and
stick?
actually now I am really shifting some from. I was doing a lot on LinkedIn, but I'm going to shift back to Facebook and Instagram more. A little bit on Threads, but my personal account on Facebook and LinkedIn, not LinkedIn, Facebook and Instagram is where I'll be posting. And at some point in the next week or so, I'll start going back live on Instagram.
Okay, cool beans. All right, so I wanted to go back because I wanted to make sure we pointed out that earlier when we asked, the things that we were wishy-washy on,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Michelle had put intimate relationships, Kim had put procrastination. For me, it's my business. I'm so tired of being wishy-washy with my business. I want to go full throttle. Like, I want to put the motherfucking pedal to the metal. And I'm talking about I want to screech. I want smoke bailing out the back of the car. And I want everybody to turn their head and be like, woo! That joker took off. Do you hear me? That is what I want. That's what I'm
Well,
trying to be. I'm ready. I'm ready. I just need to stop. trying to get ready. I'm trying to get ready. I'm ready. I'm
I can
ready.
so relate to that, and that's really where I am, putting the pedal to the metal. But I ain't gonna have all that smoke. Mine is gonna be like, look,
You gonna
mine,
have you gonna you have
mine is
what?
gonna be like,
You in that Rolls Royce, ain't it? You in that Rolls Royce, ain't it?
smooth, silky.
Hmm.
Just saying.
Nice and smooth. I like it. I like it. Oh shoot, that is funny to me. Yeah, we're ready, and we're ready. We're ready. Those intimate relationships, you ready? Whatever you've been procrastinating on, you ready? We're ready.
Yeah,
We're in the season of integration. Put what you know to the test. Now that push comes to shove, show your balance.
yeah.
Very clever, Dr. Sue. Mm.
And I
You
just
are
want to
ready.
add, you know, we spend, and I know that I'm not the only one, we spend so much time getting prepared, getting the credentials, but then you look out on social media and people just jumping out there and they're doing what they're doing. So, not to compare ourselves with anyone else, but the calling is internal to you. So you put on the blinders and you just jump out there
Yeah.
and you get better as you do it. That's just the way life is.
Yeah,
You
you
didn't
gotta
come into
trust
the
it.
world knowing how to walk. You crawl, you fell, you got up, you strengthen your leg muscles, your walking got better, more stable over time. That's the way it is with everything that you're doing. Everything that you're doing. And the people who are the most successful, according to the research, are the ones who hop in, they move fast, they fail quick and early, and they keep it moving.
Keep
They
it
learn, they
moving.
learn from the quote unquote failures, learn what to do, what not to do, and keep it moving.
Yeah.
But no, many of us, like me, I talk about me, it's like, oh, well, I need this, I need that, or I got to have this credential. No, you don't have to have any of those credentials. You just have to not be afraid. Get clear on what you want to do and start doing it. You'll get better
Yeah.
over time.
Yeah. And you'll ease into that remembering what you feel like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Trusting that gut. Like you don't even second guess it. It's like, oh yeah, I need to call such and such. You don't think, oh, if I call such and such, such and such gonna ask me what I did today, and if I leave it out, she gonna, shit like that.
Yeah.
Or if I call such and such, she's gonna think that I was just calling her because of this, and then when I talk about, what I need, she gonna think that I didn't really call her. I think I do shit like
Yeah.
that. We have to justify the nudge. No, go. Jump into it. Trust yourself. You're feeling yourself. Yeah, it's gonna feel like uncomfortable. Yeah, it may feel like cognitive dissonance. Yeah, it may feel like imposter syndrome. It's new because it's been a long time
Yeah.
since you just went with your gut. That's why it feels so
And, and
funny. You gotta go with it.
and it's growth. It's growth. Just think about this. Anytime you feel uncomfortable, that is a signal that you are growing. You're on the verge of
Mm-hmm.
growing. And the more uncomfortable you feel initially, the more room there is for growth. Because
Yeah.
once you start to, when you learn what it is, then you begin to develop a level of of
Yeah.
comfort, confidence, and you're not fearful. But here's the thing: don't you want to always be trying to learn something new?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying work hard. That's not what I'm saying, that you want to work hard the rest of your life. But people, and I'm not a medical doctor, so I'll just say that. But I have a strong belief that people who have dementia, people who have Alzheimer's, people who have memory issues, you're not growing your brain.
Mm-hmm.
You're not developing new neural pathways. You have reached a point, oftentimes, of thinking that I'm a certain age, I'm a certain way, I'm not supposed to do anything. You ever notice that people, this is one of the things that is so amazing to me. I realize I'm going into a whole nother conversation, but this is
I'm
one of the
with
things
you.
that's so,
I'm with you.
people don't respect age in general. youngsters don't respect elders. And I'm not talking about respect in terms of how they talk about them. That's a whole different story. But what I'm saying is that as a younger person, you look at a person who has reached seniority in terms of their age, it's like, oh, that person is a has been. Oh, but don't you know, here is the irony of it all. If you keep on living, baby, you're gonna be old too. So
I hope so.
you know what I'm saying? So why not have a respect for life, not the number, but for the life? But so often it's like the fact that you are a certain age means that people have an expectation of what that is supposed to look like, who you're supposed to be
Mm-hmm.
like. And people who are that age, oftentimes they internalize that perception of themselves. And that's why you got that old folks shuffle. That's why you're slowing down. That's why you're doing certain things because you think that that's what you're supposed to do at that age. I don't think I'm supposed to do none of that. And I'm going to keep hanging out with young people because young people are what keep me young. I'm just saying.
He said, "I look. I just she likes saying that. I just saying."
You're only as
Larry,
old
his
as you
name's
allow yourself
Larry.
to be. His name is Larry.
Yeah, yeah. Kim said she agree. I agree too. It's just like it really boils down to don't let nobody tell you nothing. You can listen. You can use it if you choose. If it's best for you. After you and all your personalities have had your council meeting. If it's something you can use, then use it. But don't just use it just because people be saying shit. You don't have do what you want to do. Make sure that you only consult with you and how it affects you when you make your decision. Because if you don't, you're giving away a percentage. And if you even give away 1%, you can never be 100% anywhere else. Ain't that what we said earlier? If you
Yep.
even give away 1%, you can never be 100% anywhere else. Don't give any of it away.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to give your family 100%, you have to give you 100%. Because what you give out is from what you put in. And if you put in 100%, then you can give 100%. But if you give then 2%, you can only give everything ever in life 98. Just saying. Hello, Larry. 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 From now on, it's gonna be the late night happy hour with CarrieIrene, Dr. Sue, and
And
Larry.
Larry.
We're gonna have a commercial next time, and it's gonna be Larry introducing
Hey,
himself.
Larry. Hey, Larry.
It's hilarious. Look, her Larry. Yes.
Mm.
Her Larry. Yes. Oh God. Look at my new hat, Susan.
Okay.
You see, you see what I
Yeah.
said?
Uh-huh.
I love it. I got it from Walmart the other day. I'm so excited about it. I don't know if you've noticed, I've changed hats 3 times since we've been on here.
Why are you
I love hats.
changing?
I don't know. I'm fidgety. You know how I do.
Okay.
Well, I guess
All
we
right.
better get on off here. We're going to talk about behind the scenes. Y'all ain't invited.
But we love you.
We love you so much. All right, guys. Y'all have a good night. We love you so much. Hopefully, catch us next time. Set your notifications and then hop on with us next time. We'll see you later.
Bye, y'all.
Love you.